What's going on, guys? I know it's been a while, but we're back and I have a new series for you. We are starting a business. It's already started and we're selling on eBay, Etsy, TikTok. The stuff people buy on TikTok, very weird. We currently have a bunch of custom requests of people wanting to get stuff right before Christmas, and I have been crunched on time. I am working on all this stuff pretty much during the weekend. The Etsy store and stuff like that, I'm able to do that throughout the week. That is a bunch of 3D printed stuff, but these custom orders are laser cut and handmade. Like, they are, some of them are tough. And as you follow this series, I'm not saying I know what I'm doing, because I have no clue what I'm doing. I know how to use the machines a little bit. I mean, I have them, but some of this stuff is brand new to me. It's people sending pictures of like, hey, I want this. It's like, okay, I'll make that, sure. Because I'm not saying no to anybody. But let's get into this and start getting some of these completed. Alright, so we got the next thing ready to go on the laser, but we still need to, one, load up our material, and we also need to set up our exhaust to go out the window and waste all the heat that we've been putting out down here. But just the setup on the laser stuff takes forever. It says that this is gonna take about an hour and a half. I have a diode laser that I'm looking to upgrade soon, hopefully, but we will see about that depending on how many projects I get, because I really want a CNC machine because I could do so much more with that. Regardless, let's go ahead and get the exhaust fan set up to start this engrave, and then we can start on the other projects that we have laying around. Alright, so now we need to get the wood set up. It looks like I might have to end up cutting some more wood to finish up the rest of the projects that I've got to do. Because this piece of wood, it might work actually. How tall is it? About 8 tall, 16. Yeah, might be pushing it. Regardless, we should be able to go ahead and get this set up to go. Okay, so pretty much all I do here is lay down the piece of wood that we need to use, and for this one it looks like it's cut up a bit, so I'm going to use the bottom of it and get it set up on the honeycomb bed here. Now with the laser, since nothing's actually touching the material, most of the time you can just lay something down on it. But if you got corners that kind of come up a little bit, that can impede the cut. So I like to kind of clip down the corners a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and go and start our framing. Alright, so most of the time I use light burn. Like almost the entire time I've had the laser, I've used light burn. But I actually started using the X-Tool program, even though there's no frickin' dark mode and it sucks, but it lets you have a much more functionality that the laser cutter is supposed to have. So I have where I can set up framing, and this would really be useful if you're further away from it, I guess. But now I can come over here and just press the button and it shows me exactly where it's going to be cutting at. Okay, well that looks good, so I can turn on my air assist here. It's literally just an aquarium pump, and we flip our switch. I have a bathroom exhaust fan set up back there. You can see it's all messed up. All right, and then we just hit the button, tell it to go. And then it should start the engraving. Yep, right there. Never look at that. Give yourself LASIK without even knowing it, but not the good kind. Alrighty, and now that we have that going, and it's gonna take a while, we can start working on some of these custom orders that have already been pretty much completed and stained and everything. I would have recorded yesterday, but I'm telling you, it took me forever just to get that laser, the settings right again. Because I don't like buying the actual laser wood. I like buying full sheets of it like I have sitting over there from Menards or Lowe's or whatever, but the glue in it is just, I mean, it's tough to get through. Anything's really tough to get through with the diode laser, but you know, we work with what we got until we can get what we want. That's how it works. All right, so I was wanting to try this. It's a foam roller, and I was wondering if maybe I could use that to roll on some of this glue, because you can't use a paintbrush, it's way too thick, so maybe a little roller would work. It's definitely laying some down evenly, actually. It's just not really gooping up that much, which I guess is good because we don't want over like glue spewing out. So that actually worked fairly well, but somebody ordered two of these, two different ones. I guess they're given as a Christmas present. We're still going to drill holes. Maybe after the glue dries, we'll wait. But we're going to drill holes and then put a thing where this can hang. Probably use twine. Alright, so let's get this other one glued up and move on to a different one. I'm not going to make you guys watch this again. This will be the real test to make sure no glue oozes into all of those openings that it could, which is what why I wanted this in the first place. Oh my goodness, that is easily breakable. So I'm going to put it in there while I roll it, just so hopefully I don't break anything, and hopefully I can get it back out too. The only thing I noticed is after you cut this wood, I got this from Menards. It was like $15 for a 4x8. It looked really good. It doesn't stain well because it doesn't have a very nice looking pattern. So the stain really just acts as paint, I guess. But it is fairly straight, and then when you laser cut it, it looks like it's warped. So you really need to put a bunch of clamps on it. This is actually probably better using binder clips because of how many little areas could pop up. That's what I'm going around looking for right now. It's all these little areas that have popped up. So we want it to look like a solid piece. This used to be on the Etsy store, but I had it at an outrageous price because these are just, right now, they're super difficult for me to make because that laser, I mean, I got some wood now that cuts good, but that wood at the top that's kind of red, that is so hard to cut, it just burns. You can tell just by looking in the edges of it how much that just burns the wood when it tries to cut it. We still have to seal all these. I might just use Mod Podge. It dries matte, so. Alright, so the camera went dead, but I did get this glued up. and I ended up just taking some old DeWalt batteries because the clamps weren't going to work for that. But it was just there's a little trim piece that goes around it that says Mom. We'll see that. Got down a plastic bag to see if you can put that roller in there and it stays good, because if it does, I'm going to use that from now on. It didn't get in between any of the crevices and the little flower that you can't see at all, can you? It actually rolled on pretty evenly and pretty good. Surprised about that, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can put that in there, and then tomorrow, if it's not dry. As of right now, that's all the ones that I have that I can glue up and wait on, pretty much, because we're still waiting on the laser doing its thing. But we did just get an eBay order, so let's go up, and I'm assuming I'm probably gonna have to start a print on that because I'm pretty much out of stock. I ordered from Bamboo some filaments, and they have been about 2 weeks. It was during Black Friday, so I guess I kind of understand, but I just now got an email that said that they accepted my order, so I'm kind of out of all the filament. Anyway, let's get cleaned up down here, let the laser do its thing, and we will go up and take a look at this eBay order and see if we can fill it. So now that that's done, we can take a look at the order that we got. It was from eBay, and I don't think that I have any stock of that. I only have the silk black. So we're gonna have to print some. Alright, how's it going, guys? So it is currently the next day. I had some prior obligations we had to take care of, so anyway, we are back to it, and I took a look at how this engraving turned out, and I think it needs to be darker. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, yeah, it turned out good, but I think that I might need to go slower. I think it could be darker. I'll go ahead and get this thing running again, and we will pick back up fulfilling the orders upstairs. So we still got to glue these on. I don't know if I'm going to remake them to look the way that I wanted, or if I'm just going to go with that. But you see, that engraving turned out pretty good. And you know, we got these glued up. We still need to add hangers to all of these, and probably before that we'll have to find see if I have anything laying around to be able to add the little hangers on the back to be able to hang them on the wall. I figure this one would probably be the easiest. This is the one that's going to be difficult because it's made out of all that 1/4 inch wood, and I don't want to split it because that engraving took forever. I don't know, I guess we'll have to find a way to do that, but yeah, just these couple orders turned out pretty good. So we've ran out of thank you notes, so we need to print some more of those. Alright, and now that we have those done, those thank you labels, we can finish getting these orders packed up and laid by the door to go out tomorrow. Then we can go and work on the custom orders that we got. Wow! Alright, so my idea is to drill 2 holes in this to be able to hang it, and put some of this twine as the hanger. I'm stacking 2 boards, just hoping that this might prevent it from frailing, but holy shit. No fucking way. I went through the table too. I was trying not to do that, but I went right into the table. How are we going to mount this? I think I have a couple options. Those would not go all the way through, which is exactly what we want. Will it crack the piece when I send it through? Do I need to drill first maybe? There's only one way to find out, and that is use a scrap piece, because we ain't as stupid as we act. All right, looks like we have this thing just about lined up. Now, I think this might need just a tad bit more sanding on the frame. Quick, use the air compressor for a quick spray off, and should be set to put some finish on it. Try to clean up any of the blemishes that we see, and then we can get her sent over to get finished. Alright, so here's what happened. I was deep into a bunch of custom orders, talking last minute Christmas panic type stuff, and everything was going smooth until my camera just decided to fuck off and die on me mid-project. With no warning, just a black screen that you would probably hear Uncle Ruckus bitching about. So instead of some slick build montage with a dramatic reveal, you're getting a couple lonely pictures. That's the final result. That's what all this work has led to. But look at them. Clean, custom, it fits like a glove nailed to the wall. I've had orders rolling in for sword mounts, book displays, even some questionable items I probably wouldn't admit to on YouTube. It's been a chaotic blur of sanding, gluing, printing, and swearing because your mom just keeps hitting me up and she won't fucking leave me alone. But hey, if you've got a dumb idea, a broken part, or a random brain fart that makes you say, man, I wish somebody would make this, I might be your guy. Thanks for watching my janky, unplanned vlog releasing 6 months later because apparently I'm a fucking child. Like, comment, sub, or just yell something encouraging at your screen. I promise I'll hear it. Catch you next time. Probably just charge the camera next time.